Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to do a full review of the new Burberry Goddess perfume. So a huge thank you to Burberry for sending this over to me. I was so excited because I had this in my Ulta cart. I was about to purchase it when they contacted me, so I was super excited. I knew that this was a vanilla fragrance. I hadn't really seen any other reviews of it, but I did look it up and I saw it's got 3 different kinds of vanilla in it and a little bit of lavender, and I knew it was gonna be right up my alley. I knew I was gonna love it. So yeah, because it's vanilla and lavender, it inevitably gets compared to Guerlain Mon Guerlain. So I went ahead and pulled out Mon Guerlain. I'm gonna test them side by side for you and debunk the myth that it smells like Mon Guerlain, because it really does not. So yeah, this is what the box looks like. It's just a beautiful nude box with a nice gold label. This is the 50 ml or 1.6 ounce bottle. I absolutely love the bottle. I think it is gorgeous. It's just a really nice, very thick, heavy square glass bottle with the really beautiful Burberry Goddess medallion on the front and a really nice weighted gold lid. I am just a huge fan of Burberry fragrances in general. I have tons of them in my collection. I've been a huge fan of Burberry since the early 2000s. I just feel like for a designer house, the quality of these fragrances are just way above what a lot of other designer houses are doing. I got this in the mail last week and I have worn it a ton since. I wore it 2 days in a row because this is all I've been wanting to wear. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this on this arm. Oh my gosh. This is all I've been wanting to wear because these are the kinds of fragrances that I am craving right now, warm, and I've been craving a lot of vanillas. So the notes on this are, top notes are vanilla infusion and lavender, heart is vanilla caviar, and base is vanilla absolute. So it is 3 types of vanilla and lavender. So I get the lavender just a little bit when I first spray this on. And it will hang around for, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes or so, the lavender will. But it's a really soft lavender. It's, and this is just my experience because I am gonna tell you the experience that one of my fragrance friends had as a fellow vanilla lover. She had a completely opposite experience with this, which I wanna tell you about as well. But yeah, to me, I don't get the lavender very much. This is mostly vanilla on me. Oh my gosh, it's sweet, it's warm, it's cozy. It's a little bit skin-like. It is very sweet though because it's a lot of vanilla. Oh my goodness, and the lavender just adds a little bit of, like the tiniest bit of an aromatic quality. I don't get much of the lavender at all, and after about an hour, when this gets to the really deep dry down, this ends up smelling like a pretty straightforward, simple Tahoda, like vanilla on me, like a really beautiful, warm, sweet, gourmand vanilla. That's what I get in the deep dry down with this one, which I absolutely love. It's very difficult to find a vanilla fragrance like that actually lasts. And I've had some people tell me that they don't have good luck with the longevity of this one. I've only tested this in the heat so far. I haven't even been able to test this in cooler weather yet. And even in the heat, I get a good 7-8 hours out of this. It lasts forever on me. So I've had the best luck with this fragrance. It is like a dream to have a vanilla perfume that has the longevity and that is the quality of a Burberry fragrance. That's why I was so excited when I found out that this was a vanilla, because I was like, oh my gosh, that's a dream come true. To have a vanilla fragrance that's gonna have the longevity of a Burberry is, gosh, like a dream. So yeah, I have had an amazing time with this perfume. I've had an amazing experience with it. I will tell you though, it's gonna completely depend on your skin chemistry. This is my experience with my skin chemistry. My beautiful fragrance friend Susan, who is a vanilla lover, she is a vanilla connoisseur, She tested this and she had a completely different experience. She said that all she could smell on her skin was the lavender. She didn't get the vanilla at all, which to me is like, I was so surprised when I heard that, only because I had to look it up because I knew this had lavender in it, but when I got it and the first time I ever gave it a good full wear test, I had to look it up and make sure that it did actually have lavender in it, because I wasn't getting the lavender at all, like hardly at all. Yeah, I just don't get the lavender much. But she got only the lavender. She said she wasn't really getting the vanilla at all, which was a huge disappointment for her because she's a vanilla lover, and that's probably what she was wanting, was to get all of the vanilla. I'm just so thankful that my skin chemistry is usually the worst, and I am just so thankful that this one went the way that it did on me and that all I get is the vanilla. So I just want to quickly kind of debunk this, because I think people just look at the notes and they're like, oh, vanilla, lavender, it's going to be just like Mon Guerlain, and that's just not the case. Mon Guerlain, number one, has so many other notes in it. It's much more complex. Mon Guerlain isn't even halfway as sweet as Goddess. I'm gonna have to let Mon Guerlain dry down a little bit. Mon Guerlain is so lavender heavy. So I suppose if this is a fragrance that is very lavender heavy on you, that maybe it would be similar, but this one is so much sweeter than Mon Guerlain. Mon Guerlain has a really beautiful, light, airy, fresh quality about it, especially when you first spray it. You don't get light, airy, or fresh when it comes to Burberry Goddess. Yeah, they're just not the same at all. Mon Guerlain is really starting to dry down now. And it smells like a Guerlain too. I mean, you guys know Guerlain has that Guerlainade or Guerlainade, whatever, that they have like in the base of a lot of their fragrances that makes them very distinctively Guerlain. Well, Mon Guerlain definitely has that. And the lavender in Mon Guerlain is so prominent. Like, it's such a prominent part of it. Again, I can't speak from experience of having the lavender be really prominent in Goddess. So if the lavender is really prominent on you in Goddess, then it might be closer to Mon Guerlain. But Mon Guerlain just doesn't have the sweetness that Goddess has. Gosh, Goddess is starting to turn into that kind of caramely vanilla sweetness that I get in the deep dry down. And Mon Guerlain is still very lavender forward. Mon Guerlain does sweeten up as it dries down, but it's just not the same. Mon Guerlain has like a little bit of a fougere aspect to it because it's got some green notes in it, if I remember correctly, like fern. I feel like it's got moss in it, or some kind of a moss. Yeah, once they both start getting to their deep dry downs, they are nothing alike. You might get a little bit of a similarity in the initial spray, but even then it's not that much. Yeah, and then once they start to dry down, they are just two completely different fragrances. Totally different. Burberry Goddess is so much sweeter than Mon Guerlain. I mean, that right there is like the biggest difference. That, and I just don't get the lavender. Like, the lavender is already gone. From Burberry Goddess, the lavender is already gone on my skin. I don't smell lavender at all. I'm just getting this really beautiful, sweet, almost like caramely, brown sugary kind of vanilla. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that this does that on my skin, because I love Burberry, and to have an amazing vanilla fragrance. And this is only going to get better as it ages. This is going to age like fine wine. It is going to, because vanilla fragrances age so incredibly well. Well, most of them do anyways. And this one, I can only, in a year, I'm gonna come back to this fragrance and it's gonna be 100 times better. In 5 years, it's gonna be even better. I mean, this fragrance is just going to continue to age and get even better and better. I love this one. This was such a hit for me. And I'm just so thankful that I get all of the vanilla and almost none of the lavender. Yeah, Mon Guerlain is totally different. Mon Guerlain is beautiful. I love it, but it's its own fragrance. Yeah, this is straight up vanilla on me now. And as this one ages, the longevity is only gonna get better. Performance will only get better and better. This is a bottle of perfume that I'm really, really excited to age with because I just know it's gonna be incredible as it ages. So anyways, you guys, yeah, I wanted to do a quick Burberry Goddess review, and I also wanted to do a comparison to Mon Guerlain for you so that we can, let that go because it's just not the same thing. Not on me anyways, not even close. Two totally different fragrances. So yeah, anyways guys, that is the new Burberry Goddess. I will link it down below for you if you are interested. I love it. I think it's amazing. And I think that I'll actually link a couple different things for you because I'll link a full bottle and I will also link, I saw one where they've got a travel spray and a mini. So if you wanted to just try it and not commit to a full bottle, I'll make sure that there's something there for that as well. So anyways, you guys, I do hope that you enjoyed this and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.